Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today's topic is development of skeletal system. As you know, skeletal means bony system. So today we will study the development of skeletal system. In the skeletal system, we have the axial skeleton, skull, vertebral column, ribs, and sternum. And the mesenchyme we are getting from the paraxial mesoderm, lateral plate mesoderm, and neural crest cells. I will repeat that embryonic mesenchyme for the formation of the bones or bony system of the human being. We get that embryonic tissue from the paraxial mesoderm, lateral plate mesoderm, and neural crest cells. Now, discussing the paraxial mesoderm. How can we get the mesenchyme for the formation of the bone from the paraxial mesoderm? Paraxial mesoderm form segmented series of tissue blocks on each side of neural tube. Here you can appreciate it that this is the paraxial mesoderm, and lateral to it we have the intermediate, and lateral to the intermediate mesoderm we have the lateral plate mesoderm. Paraxial mesoderm forms segmented series of tissue blocks on each side of the neural tube, on both sides. These tissue blocks will lead to the formation of the myotomeres, that is mites, in the head region or in the cephalic region. These are called myotomeres, and somites from occipital region caudally. How these mites are formed? There will be the ball-like structure. Mesenchyme will form the ball-like structure, and then there will be the epithelialization of the mesenchyme. This ball-like structure is the segmented series of tissue blocks जो हमने पहले कहा है, ठीक है? Then there will be the epithelialization of the mesenchyme, and this will again reverse to the mesenchyme, because we can form new bony system from the mesenchyme. Somites differentiate into a ventromedial part, the sclerotome, and a dorsolateral part, dermamyotome. This myotome, which is present on the edges of the dermatome, as this mesenchyme has the ability to migrate, they will migrate beneath the dermatome, and these we can collectively call dermamyotome, or you can say dermatome. Then beneath the dermatome we have the myotome, and then this is the sclerotome. This sclerotome, from this we can have the embryonic tissue for the formation of the bony system of our body. This sclerotome is not mesenchyme. It is an embryonic tissue which have the characteristic for mesenchymal cells to migrate and to differentiate in many ways. They may become fibroblasts, they may become chondroblasts or osteoblasts. These are the cartilage and bone forming cells. So you can say that bone forming cells we can get from the paraxial mesoderm, lateral plate mesoderm, and neural cells. From the paraxial mesoderm, we can get the bone forming cells from the sclerotome of the somatomeres or the somites. At the end of the fourth week, sclerotome cells, which are polymorphous in nature, loosely organized tissue that is called mesenchyme, and mesenchyme have the characteristic to migrate, and they can differentiate into many ways to form the fibroblast, chondroblast, and osteoblast. This is the story of the bone forming cells from the paraxial mesoderm. We can get bone forming cells from the lateral plate mesoderm, and we will get mesenchyme from the lateral plate mesoderm and neural cells to form the bone. तो इस तरह आप कह सकते हैं कि पाराक्सियल मेसोडर्म से बोन फॉर्मिंग सेल्स लेने के लिए या मेसेनकाइमल टिश्यू लेने के लिए हमें स्क्लेरोटोम ऑफ द सोमाइट्स या सोमाटोमेयर से लेना पड़ता है, लेकिन लेटरल प्लेट मेसोडर्म और न्यूरल क्लैसेस से हम डायरेक्टली मेसेनकाइम ले लेंगे जो कि बोन बना देगा. Now coming to the bone, bone can be formed by the intramembranous ossification or endochondral ossification. Intramembranous ossification, there is no intervening hyaline cartilage model and it directly forms the bone. In endochondral ossification, there will be the hyaline cartilage which will be replaced by the bone. So the bony system is formed by the endochondral ossification through hyaline cartilage models. तो इसमें ये है कि इंट्रामेम्ब्रेनस ओसिफिकेशन में मेसेनकाइम डायरेक्टली बोन बन जाएगी और यहाँ पे ये होगा कि मेसेनकाइम के बाद हाइलाइन कार्टिलेज बनेगा और हाइलाइन कार्टिलेज को फिर रिप्लेस करेगी बोन. Now coming to the development of the skull. Skull is divided into two parts for the development: neurocranium and viscerocranium. Neurocranium, which forms a protective case around the brain, and viscerocranium, which forms the skeleton of the face. So neurocranium, which forms the protective case around the brain, ये brain के गिरता है, और viscerocranium facial bones को कह रहा है. Now coming to the development of the neurocranium, we divide it into membranous bones, that is mesenchyme is directly forming the bone, and cartilaginous bones, that is through the endochondral ossification. First we will discuss the membranous neurocranium, which are formed through the membranous ossification. Mesenchyme, here it is derived from the neural cells as well as somatomeres of the paraxial mesoderm. इन दो से हमें for the membranous neurocranium mesenchyme मिल रहा है. This mesenchyme will ossify through the intramembranous ossification to form needle-like bony spicules. Here you can see these are the needle-like bony spicules, these lines just like a line, and they will start the formation of the bone from the primary center and will radiate towards the periphery. ये जो primary ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर से स्टार्ट होगी बोन बनना और फिर पेरिफेरी की तरफ बनाएंगे. So mesenchyme through the intramembranous ossification form the needle-like bony spicules which radiate from the primary ossification center towards the periphery. Further growth is by apposition which is occurring at the outer side and resorption which is occurring inner side. ठीक है, जो उसकी फर्दर ग्रोथ होगी एपिजिशन के डेपोजिशन जो हो रही है बोन की फॉर्मेशन हो रही है फ्रॉम द आउटर साइड हो रही है, और अगर रिजॉर्प्शन करनी है हमने तो दैट इज फ्रॉम द इनर साइड. As a result, there will be the formation of a number of flat bones that are characterized by the presence of needle bony-like spicules. ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम नंबर ऑफ फ्लैट बोन्स बनेंगी और ये बोनी स्पेक्यूल से बनेंगी और ये डिपॉजिट हो जाएंगे और फिर बोन फॉर्म हो जाएगी और इसकी एपोजिशन फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड होगी और जो रिजॉर्प्शन होगी फ्रॉम द इनसाइड ऑफ द बोन होगी. Now coming to the newborn skull. Newborn skull have the sutures. That is, these flat bones are separated. Here you can appreciate that these flat bones which are formed by the membranous ossification, these are separated by a narrow seams of connective tissue, the sutures. These are called sutures. This one is the frontal suture, this one is the sagittal suture, this one is the coronal suture, and a gap which is present between the bones which are more than 2, then it is known as the fontanelle. As it is present anteriorly, it is called anterior fontanelle, and which one is present posteriorly, that is called for posterior fontanelle. These fontanelle they have very importance in the diagnosis of the diseases if we want to do through scan ultrasonography. ठीक है, अगर कोई किसी बच्चे को कोई डिजीज है न्यूबॉर्न को तो ये यहाँ से हम जो कि fontanelle प्रेजेंट है तो हम स्कैन वगैरह कर सकते हैं, डायग्नोस्टिक पर्पस के लिए यूज होती है. Other importance is that these sutures provide molding during the delivery. That is, head is size is more due to the development of the brain. These sutures will provide the molding of the bones or overlapping of the bones to decrease the size of the head, and then after birth they will come to their position. So these sutures are very important. Now coming to the fontanelles, these will close after birth. Anterior fontanelle will close by 18 months of age and the posterior fontanelle closes by 1 to 2 months of age. Now coming to the cartilaginous neurocranium. Cartilaginous neurocranium forms the base of the skull. Membranous neurocranium forms the vault of the skull, covering case, and this will form the base of the skull. The cartilaginous neurocranium of the skull initially consists of number of separate cartilages. Those that lie in front of the rostral limit of notochord, which ends at the level of the pituitary gland, that is derived from the mesenchyme of the neural crest cells. So the bone forming tissue mesenchyme we are getting from the neural crest cells. Here in this diagram you can appreciate that is rostral limit of the notochord, which ends at the level of the pituitary gland. In the center of the sella turcica, these are derived from the neural crest cells. So these are derived from the blue one is derived from the mesenchyme, derived from the neural crest cells, and this red one, these bones forming the base of the skull, this will be derived from the mesenchyme, from the paraxial mesoderm. In this diagram you can see that blue one is derived from the paraxial mesoderm, and this yellow one, this is derived from the lateral plate mesoderm. Sorry, this blue one is derived from the neural crest cells. Paraxial mesoderm, this red one area which is derived from the paraxial mesoderm, and this yellow area is derived from the lateral plate mesoderm. So the area which is derived from the neural crest cells, that is called precaudal chondrocranium, and the area which is derived from the paraxial mesoderm, that is called caudal chondrocranium, and you can appreciate it in the diagram I have shown you. The second type is the viscerocranium. These will form the facial bones. These are getting mesenchyme from the first two pharyngeal arches. The mesenchyme from the first pharyngeal arch will form the maxillary which includes maxilla, zygomatic bone, temporal bone, and mandibular portion. This mandibular portion is formed around the Meckel's cartilage. Mesenchyme around Meckel's cartilage condenses and ossifies by intramembranous ossification, and then mandibular portion is formed, and that part of the Meckel cartilage which does not disappear, that will form the sphenomandibular ligament. The dorsal tip of mandibular process along with second pharyngeal arch, that mesenchyme will form the stapes, incus, and malleus of the ear bones, and this will ossify in the 4th month of intrauterine life. Mesenchyme for the formation of the bones of the face is derived from neural crest cells, including the nasal and lacrimal bones. At first, the face is small in comparison with the neurocranium. This appearance is caused by virtual absence of the paranasal ear sinuses and the small size of the bones. मतलब उसमें paranasal sinuses होते ही नहीं है और small size of the bones होता है, particularly the jaws. With the appearance of teeth and development of the ear sinuses, the face loses its babyish characteristic. Now come to the development of the vertebrae and the vertebral column. The mesenchyme we are getting from the scleroderm portions of the somites, that is derived from the paraxial mesoderm. The vertebra are formed, their arch is formed. So these are called pedicel. Pedicels, they will form, of both sides will form the arch, spinous process, transverse process, and body. Vertebral foramen is also formed. During the 4th week of development, scleroderm cells migrate around the spinal cord and notochord. Spinal cord and notochord. Spinal cord and notochord. Scleroderm cells. They are going to migrate. यहाँ पे migrate हो जाएंगे notochord के गिर्द, and they will merge with the cells from the opposing somite on the other side of the neural tube. एक साइड से एक सोमाइट आया, दूसरी साइड से जो नोटोकार्ड के दूसरी तरफ ऑन बोथ साइड्स वो स्क्लेरोटोम प्रेजेंट है, तो इधर से एक तरफ से आया, इधर से आया, एंड देन दे विल fuse with each other. As development continues, the scleroderm portion of each somite also undergoes a process called resegmentation. And this resegmentation occurs when the caudal half of each scleroderm, caudal नीचे वाला, caudal half of each scleroderm, एक scleroderm है ना, तो उसका caudal half of each scleroderm grows into and fuses with the cephalic half of each subjacent scleroderm. मतलब ये पूरा जो वर्टिब्रा की बॉडी है, ये एक स्क्लेरोडर्म से नहीं बना, एक हाफ, अपर हाफ ऊपर वाले स्क्लेरोडर्म से और नीचे वाले ने उससे नीचे वाले स्क्लेरोडर्म जो था स्क्लेरोडर्म फ्रॉम द स्माइटोमेयर्स आएंगे ना, स्माइटोमेयर्स की सेगमेंटेशन होती है, तो ये दूसरे से बनेगा. दिस इज कॉल्ड रीसेगमेंटेशन. मतलब ये एक से नहीं बना बल्कि दो सोमाइट्स से बना है. स्माइटोमेयर्स नहीं कहना चाहिए बिकॉज स्माइटोमेयर्स इज यूज्ड इन द head portion. So we can say that each vertebra is formed from the combination of the caudal half of one somite and the cranial half of its neighbor. Clear? As a result of this process, muscles derived from the myotome. Region of each somite become attached to two adjacent somites across the intervertebral disc. अब ये पहले तो ये बिल्कुल सामने थे, लेकिन जब वो एक सोमाइट से नहीं बना बल्कि एक वर्टिब्रा दो सोमाइट से बना, तो ये जो मायोटोम थे ये इस लेवल पे आ गए इंटरवर्टिब्रल से. हाफ ऊपर चला गया, ऊपर वाले को कवर किया, और हाफ नीचे वाले को उसने कवर किया मसल में. In this way, these muscles can perform their function के इसको movement करा सकेंगे, vertebral body की movement हो सकेगी. Mesenchymal cells between cephalic and caudal parts of the original scleroderm segment do not proliferate, but fill the space between two precartilaginous vertebral bodies. In this way, they contribute to the formation of intervertebral disc. Although the notochord regresses entirely in the region of the intervertebral disc, यहाँ पे वो रिग्रेस हो जाता है, लेकिन जो उसका persist करता है, where it persists and enlarges in the region of intervertebral disc, that is called nucleus pulposus, which is later surrounded by the annulus fibrosus. So in this way intervertebral disc is formed. तो ये जब दो सोमाइट्स से बने वर्टिब्रल बॉडी, तो देखें कि मायोटोम की ये अरेंजमेंट हो गई, पहले ऐसी थी जब वो एक के साथ था, और इंटरवर्टिब्रल डिस्क के ये अपोजिट आ गए। लेकिन जो आर्टरी पहले इधर प्रेजेंट थी अब वो मिडवे आ गई, जबकि नर्व्स इसी इंटरवर्टिब्रल डिस्क के लेवल पे ही आएंगे। क्लियर? As the vertebra forms, two primary curves of the spine are established, the thoracic and sacral curvatures. और इसके बाद cervical curvatures और lumbar curvatures भी हो जाएंगे। So notochord जो कि intervertebral disc में persist करेगा, that is called nucleus pulposus, and intervertebral disc is formed and it is surrounded by the annulus fibrosus. In this way intervertebral disc is formed. Now coming to the development of the ribs and sternum. Ribs, these are derived from the sclerotome of and this sclerotome is derived from the paraxial mesotome. In the region of the sternum, parietal layer of lateral plate mesoderm in ventral body wall. जो sternum बनेगी, they will form two separate sternal bodies. और ये किससे बनेगी? lateral plate mesoderm से. Ribs किससे बन रहे हैं? paraxial mesoderm से. और sternum किससे बन रही है? lateral plate mesoderm में, और two separate sternal bodies बनेंगी and then they will fuse with each other. So this is all about the development of the skeletal system. Allah Hafiz.